New at 6, one of our local congressmen facing a lot of criticism tonight. Representative Robert Pittenger being blasted for his comments about the deadly Charlottesville rally.
Yeah, during a radio interview, Pittenger argued that no one is condemning groups like Black Lives Matter that he says, quote, use hate and violence. Take a listen.
You know, we had riots in Charlotte,
right, and
we found out clearly that it was promoted by instigators who came in, and it was encouraged. So I don't think you can give a pass to people who support the Antifa movement or the Black Lives Matter movement when they are just as engaged in hate.
NBC Charlotte's Brad Berkey is live tonight at 6. And Brad, you tried today to talk to the congressman. What happened?
Well, I did, and I was told that the congressman was too busy to take a few minutes to talk about his views on Black Lives Matter with me. Views, as you said, surfaced first in that radio interview from Fayetteville. Here's a little more of what Pittenger had to say.
You look at the actions of Black Lives Matter and people like Al Sharpton who have not condemned it. We never heard President Obama condemn the violence of Black Lives Matter.
Pittenger was discussing the negative reaction President Trump has received after saying of the violence in Charlottesville that there was blame on both sides.
You clearly don't understand the racial issues in this country.
Corinne Mack, who heads up the Charlotte NAACP chapter, said she feels like she herself and other civil rights leaders are all being lumped together by Pittenger.
If you compare Al Sharpton and Black Lives Matter, and Corinne Mack for that matter, to the KKK and white supremacy, that's a huge problem.
Hands up, don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot.
During the interview, Pittenger said Black Lives Matter and other similar groups should be condemned for what he called their hate and violence.
He didn't say it fast enough. He didn't do it on time. Why did it take a day? He must be a racist.
USA!
Trump last night said the media wrongly reported what he'd said after Charlottesville. On the radio, Pittenger said,
"It's a bit disingenuous to me that so much pressure and criticism has been put on President Trump for what he didn't say, and yet when these things happened on the other side, there's silence."
Corinne Mack says her message to Pittenger is that Black Lives Matter is not a violent group.
You clearly don't understand that Black Lives Matter came out of hurt and harm to black people.
Now, while Pittenger had no time to talk to me today, he did talk with the McClatchy Washington News Bureau. He told them that he was not making a direct link between Black Lives Matter and the KKK. And he went on to say, quote, "There is the reality of hate and violence with Black Lives Matter. Why should they be given a pass?" Reporting live in Uptown, Brad Berkey, NBC Charlotte.
All right, Brad, thanks for that report.